Our next inductee is Norm Hoffman, class of 1960. One of the great things about the Hall of Fame is when you're selected and nominated by your teammates. Norm had an outstanding high school career at Watertown High School. He was a basketball player and a baseball player. He was a football player for a while in his sophomore year and then stopped playing. But in basketball, Watertown was just awful. At one time had a 44-game losing streak. But the bright light of Watertown basketball was Norm Hoffman. He had, at that time, the basketball single-game scoring record, 37 points against Brookline. He had the record for points in a season. He had the record for foul shots in a game. He had the record for consecutive foul shots in the Suburban League, 16. He was a superior basketball player on a team that wasn't very good. But he went on to play basketball at Northeastern, and there played on a very good basketball team. He was also a terrific baseball player for George Jankowski. Played third base, pitched, could play any place in the field. Played for years in the Park League and distinguished himself. And also distinguished himself as a varsity baseball player at Northeastern. A terrific athlete in baseball and basketball. Please stand and recognize class of 1960, Norm Hoffman. His brother David Hoffman will present his award.
Oh, I guess I'm on. 5 minutes, according to Jim Lopez, class of 51, 5 minutes. Can't read anything, can't go with my wife's timing for the last 2 or 3 days. Bob, thanks for the kind words. Being up here and being recognized, I took the liberty of, taking a sponsorship in tonight's program and listening to all our people I knew helped me accomplish the things I did in Watertown. And then coming here tonight, I met a lot of teammates, Dave O'Brien, Dickie Crowley. I met a coach I never played for, Coach Lito, who I always had the utmost respect for. But the people that helped me, I broke down in certain categories, classmates, opponents. Richie Green was here tonight. We hated the Phillips School. A couple of years ago, when Donnie Whedon was inducted, he mentioned they won the elementary basketball championship. Well, we took the elementary baseball championship. Okay. And coming here tonight, I just want to let you know that my mom and dad was really, really responsible for most of what I accomplished in the years I played competitively in Watertown from 1952 to 1960. I'm sorry, Pat. That's my wife. I can't see you standing up, so I'm trying to keep the 5 minutes. And then I met tonight, because I'm talking about people who were teammates, John Arazian. Peter Arazian was a co-captain when I was a senior in basketball. I hate to correct Bobby Naughton, but we lost 34 straight. The high school gym was under repair. We played in the East Junior, and when we beat Cambridge Latin, John knows that his dad, my dad, everybody remembers Tom Stanley, Stagger Stanley, his dad, probably the only 3 people in the gym, were more excited than us. And again, I had teammates. Bobby was a teammate. I didn't know he was a principal, a mean person. I knew him as a 10U who played Little League baseball with me. I know Robert Capadonna, Cappy, who went to Northeastern when I was there. I knew he was responsible for flipping West Junior, from left field to right field for hitting too many home runs over in right center and getting too many complaints. So there, Cappy, I'm telling Norton that you could hit the baseball. But really, some of the coaches, Don Costello, I met him in the boys club. That's where I learned most of my boys club. I talked with some of the fellow basketball inductees today. They didn't have a boys club here. But I was very fortunate to play for coaches up there who taught me how to play defense, who taught me triangle and ones, diamonds and twos, and you never get cut playing defense when you play basketball. But I had so much help. Two fellow classmates here, Judy Venencia and Sally, I appreciate you coming here tonight. I appreciate it. And I want you to know I haven't really thanked Bob and Sal yet because I want to get my 5 minutes in. But you can't believe what an honor it is to join the fellow athletes that went to Watertown High School. I mean, I'm so proud, like one of my predecessors, to wear that uniform. Believe me, I've been gone for a long time. I'm surprised they remembered where I was or where to find me, but I really appreciate it. And that goes for Bobby, who gave me that call 3 or 4 months ago. That goes for Cappy. And Cappy knows what I'm talking about because in junior high school, we had the honor to play in one of the most outstanding basketball games in West Junior High. But that's a private story between me and him. And at this time, I'd like to thank my biggest supporter, my brother Dave, who's also a pretty good athlete in the class of '66, and also was voted most school spirit. And my family's back there. My wife Pat, 42 years. We've been married 42 years. In May, this Sunday, I have my nieces and my sister-in-law, my 2 sons. I couldn't be more proud to come from the city of Watertown. When people ask me wherever I went in my Air Force career, where you're from, I proudly said Watertown High School. And they said to me, well, where's that? I said, well, our largest suburb is 6 miles to the east. Oh, what's that? I said, Boston. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And to Sal and to Bob, you can't believe how proud I am that you accept me with the rest of the Hall of Famers. And I talked to Sal real quickly, and he said he's going to bring it back every year. I'm only kidding, Sal. Because in my Air Force career, I did many things like this. But I'd like to end with one story, the Watertown High football team in 1954, who tied Winchester 20-20. I've always heard that Joe Bellino had 18-inch calves. Well, when I ran the sports program at Hanscom, I met Mr. Bellino. We played racquetball together. And I asked him, do you really have 18-inch calves? And he showed them to me. Thank you again so much, Coach Salito. It's an honor to go. Thank you.